What is the ratio between energies of two radiations with a wavelength of 6000 angstrom units and other with a 2000 angstrom units? So options 1 is to 3, 3 is to 1, 1 is to 6, 6 is to 1. So they given wavelength ratio. So that means lambda 1 equal to 6000 angstrom units, and lambda 2 is 2000 angstrom units. Based on this, we have to find out the energies ratio E1 by E2. So what is the relation between energy and wavelength? What is the ratio? What is the formula actually? What is the formula between wavelength lambda and energy E equal to h nu? E equal to h nu formula is there. So instead of h nu we can write hc by lambda. E equal to h nu or hc by lambda, because c equal to nu lambda, we can write nu equal to c by lambda. So then now what is the relation between E and wavelength? Inversely proportional. So inversely proportional. So here students, E1 by E2 equal to E1 by E2 equal to lambda 2 by lambda 1. Lambda 2 means 2000 angstrom units by 6000 angstrom units. So 3 zeros cancel, 2 by 6, 1 by 3. So answer is 1 is to 3. Answer is 1 is to 3. Option A is correct. Students, calculate the energy of photons of radiation whose frequency is 5 into 10 power 14 Hz. So here they are given frequency. We have to find out the energy. They are given options also. So I am giving hint, students. You can try it. E equal to h nu. So we have to find out the energy E. We have to find out the energy E. H means Planck's constant, 6.625 to 10 power minus 34. You can use that value. Already I given the list. And nu frequency they given 5 into 10 power 14. So substitute that values, then you can get answer. Students, E1 is a lower energy level, E2 is a higher energy level. So electron present in lower energy level wants to go higher energy level, means it must absorb some extra energy, because E2 is higher energy level. So E1 is lower energy level. So this electron containing low energy. So by absorbing some amount of radiation, this electron will absorb that energy, and this electron goes to the higher energy level. Higher energy level. But here problem is, in lower energy level, more stable. In higher energy level, less stable. So by absorbing energy, electron present in lower energy goes to the higher energy level. In higher energy level, this electron is less stable. Then it will comes down again by releasing some amount of energy. So while going to E1 to E2, energy will be absorbed. By coming from E2 to E1, energy will be emitted. That means emission. So actually in these cases, one time energy is absorbed, one time energy is emitted. That means emission. So here main thing, spectra, means when white light is passed through the spectra, this actually when white light is passed through a prism, this white light is divided into 7 colors. This is actually VIBGYOR. So splitting of lines by passing a prism is known as normally spectra. So in that spectra we can observe the VIBGYOR. Normally we can observe the 7 colors in a spectra. So here, while energy present in a E1 level goes to the higher energy level by absorbing some amount of energy. In this case we can observe the absorption spectra. In this case we can observe the absorption spectra. Absorption spectra. Absorption spectra or spectrum. And the second one is emission spectrum. While electron coming down from higher energy level to lower energy level, it emits some amount of energy. Then we can observe the emission spectrum. So normally spectra means differentiating 7 colors. That means normally when white light passes through a prism, we can observe the difference in colors. That means 7 colors. That is normally spectra. So when electron present in a lower energy level absorbs the energy and goes to the higher energy level, then we can observe the absorption spectra. Then electron in higher energy level is less stable. Then electron comes to it down by releasing some amount of energy. Because it no need to extra energy, then because it need only lower energy to present in a E1 level. So electron present in E1 is having lower energy. Then while coming down, electron emitted some amount of energy. Then we can observe the emission spectra. Emission spectra. What is the spectrum definition is the image recorded when energy is passed through a prism. So already I shown in diagram. When white light is passed through a prism, it can divide into 7 colors. That is VIBGYOR. This is nothing but a spectrum. So to measure the spectrum, we are using an instrument which is called spectrometer or spectrograph. So difference between absorption spectrum and emission spectrum. So here I am writing difference between absorption and emission spectrum. So absorption spectrum, when it is possible, when the electron absorbs some amount of energy, then only we can observe the absorption energy. So the spectrum produced by absorption of radiation is called absorption spectrum. Then what about emission spectrum? The spectrum produced by emission of radiation. The spectrum produced by emission of radiation. Then next second point. Actually, in case of absorption spectrum, there is a bright background. On bright background, dark lines will be appears in absorption spectrum. So here next point is, and it contains dark lines on a bright background. Dark lines in a bright background. Then emission spectrum is reverse. It contains bright lines on a dark background. It contains bright lines on dark background. The spectrum is discontinuous. In this case, emission spectrum, it may be continuous. It may be, actually there is no clarity about emission spectrum, because again so many divisions are there in a emission spectrum. That's why we cannot telling it is discontinuous or continuous. Simply may be discontinuous. here. Next point is when electron absorbs energy, when electron absorbs energy in a ground state, that means ground state means E1 level. When electron absorbs in a ground state, then it goes to the higher energy level. Higher energy level means excited state. Then we can observe the absorption spectrum. Okay. Next, in case of emission, when electron coming from excited state to ground state, when electron coming from excited state to ground state releases energy, releases particular amount of energy, then we can observe the emission. So students, now we are going to discuss about types of emission spectrum. In emission spectrum, there are two types, continuous spectrum and discontinuous spectrum. So that's why we said it may be discontinuous like that. So continuous spectrum. Second one is discontinuous spectrum. So now first we are going to discuss about the continuous spectrum. So continuous spectrum means lines are very close to each other. Best example is VIBGYOR. So when lines are passing through the prism, it can divide into 7 lines VIBGYOR. So this is best example for continuous spectrum. Each line is very close to another line. That means almost merge, but not completely. So each line is very close to each other. This is called continuous spectrum. So normally it is given by solids or liquid. So here I am writing it is given by solids or liquids. Solids or liquids. When white light is passed through, prism, it splits into light of 7 colors. Namely VIBGYOR. So actually these lines are very close to each other. These lines are very close to each other. These lines are very close to each other. Normally violet starts at 400 nanometer and red ends with 700 nanometer. In this range, lines are very close to each other. That's why we can call it one as continuous lines, continuous spectrum. So next one is discontinuous spectrum. In discontinuous spectrum, so we can observe lines are not very close to each other. Between the lines there is a gap is there. So we can we can again it divided into line spectrum and band spectrum. Normally it is given by gas or vapors. So it is given by gas or vapors. Again it is two types, line spectrum, second one is band spectrum. So now about line spectrum. So line spectrum is very sharp. Name itself is that it is very sharp lines. This is very sharp, well defined lines. Well defined lines. So normally in case of line spectrum, these lines are well defined and very sharp. That's why we are calling this one as the line spectrum. Normally it is given by atoms present in a vapors. So normally it is given by atoms present in a gas, gives the line spectrum. And this is also known as, because these are atoms are in a gas, there are atoms. Those atoms are showing this line spectrum. Hence this one we can call as atomic spectrum also. Atomic spectrum also. It is given by molecules. So students, in discontinuous spectrum, it is given by gas or vapors. So it is divided into two types, line spectrum and band spectrum. First one is line spectrum. In line spectrum, lines are well defined lines. These are very sharp, and atoms present in a gas or vapors is given by this line spectrum. Hence it is called as atomic spectrum. Band spectrum, normally it is given by molecules. Hence it is called as molecular spectrum. And the lines are very close to each other, just like band. Band means very close packed lines.